Hey, welcome back to the channel. We have truck build 2.0 in the back here. So just out testing her out tonight, but while I get everything situated around the camp, why don't you take a look at what we did to build out the new camper setup. All right, so new mattress is here and ready to go. So that's where we're gonna start truck build 2.0 is by adjusting the bed platform down to the new width that it's going to be, and that'll allow us to figure out how wide we want that cabinet in the back to be that we're going to build in. So for the mattress, it's a 6-inch memory foam trifold mattress. It's an actual mattress versus a topper, which should be far more comfortable. And one of the things I like about it is the trifold. So when I want to go into travel mode, it just flips up out of the way, and I have plenty of room for the extension to go up. Sit out of the way, I don't have to worry about everything banging together. I think it's gonna work much better. When I laid on it, it is far more comfortable than the old mattress. So over here, there's always a question because I have this gap back here because of the tailgate bump out right there. And the debate is always, do I cut out a chunk of the foam mattress so it can slide over and give me more room in the aisle, or do I just accept that that's where it is, maybe have a little bit of storage down there, keep the mattress off the side so in the wintertime it's not just a conduit for the cold right there, and I can actually stuff some insulation down in there if I wanted to, some rigid foam board, which may not be a bad idea. So with the new mattress, you can see that I'm going to shave about 4 inches off from the bed platform. So we'll get the mattress out of the way, remove the bed extension, get the drawer up out of there, pull the bed platform out, and we'll throw it over here on our foam board that we have, our 1.5-inch foam board, and we'll start chopping her up and get her all ready. This part of the process, I mean, knock on wood, should not take too awful long. So let's get going on that. So this hinge we're gonna have to remove completely because it's gonna totally be in the way, and we're gonna have to shift it down to it. Take all the screws out and try not to lose our screws. I'll probably get a Ziploc bag. And then this thing we only gotta remove the one side. Okay. And we'll just set the bed platform aside for right now, or the extension slide. Pull out our drawer. We're gonna need our extension cord. And of course, the drawer will have to be cut down eventually, but for right now, we're just gonna set it aside. But before we go much further, after all, we're gonna be using power tools. So if you're gonna use power tools and you risk your fingers, you might as well throw in a little pain medicine before you start. A little Yingling Light. It's a little warm out. It's about 86 degrees. Not terrible today. But that still tastes pretty good. All right, so when we built this, it was actually built and designed for the purpose that we could easily take it out, have full function of a truck, and throw it back in there. So as you can see, it was easy enough for me to take out by myself. Now, would it have been easier with 2 people? Yes, but you don't always have the luxury of having 2 people. All right, so now we know we're gonna chop 4 inches off this the whole way down. So we'll just mark our 4 inches here a few places, and then we'll try to do a chalk line by ourselves, which is never optimal, but we'll give her a whirl. We'll put that bad boy on there. Give her a snack. Definitely had some chalk on that line. So now we're just gonna take and we're gonna pop these screws out. They should be the only screws that are gonna be in our way for right now. And we're just gonna set our circular saw blade here for pretty close to the 1/2-inch depth. Now, because I'm gonna be cutting the other boards, I don't really care that it's a little bit over, and I definitely don't want it to be under. So we'll put it a little proud of going over. So you can see that the back here is all pocket screwed, the insides are pocket screwed. So we're just gonna take those pocket screws out and we're gonna get this board off, because nothing's gonna happen to this board. It's gonna stay the same, and we'll just reattach it, and then we just have to cut each one of the, with the structural boards here on going widthwise, we'll have to cut those down by the same amount. And now we got marks on the top of each of them where our saw blade went through, so we know where to hit down with our square and just chop them off. So let's get these pocket screws out of here. There we go. Oh, I glued it. See, that's why you never glue stuff. I glued a couple of these together. All right, unglued. We'll set that board aside. All right, so before we get too much further, I'm gonna chop this piece of the board off right here, just so it's out of my way. And we're gonna flip. We're gonna flip that up there like that. We're just gonna take our quick square. And we just got this last little piece right here to chop you off here. All right, so now we just got to put all of our pocket screws back in. So I just have my little portable Craig pocket hole jig right here. We're just gonna screw those in. I'm only gonna put 2 in this time because I think it's plenty. If it falls apart, we'll know we should have put 3 in. We just got to put this piece on here, screw it back in, and we're pretty much going to wrap up the platform piece of this. No glue this time in case I want to take it back off again. Put this trim piece back on. There we go. All right, so main part of the platform done. We'll put that back in the truck, throw the mattress on it, just see how it looks, make sure we didn't miss anything. And then we'll get working on the extension in the drawer. And once we knock those out, this part of the build will be wrapped up, and it's getting hot out. So it is smoking hot out here right now. So we're gonna take a little break to recognize our sponsor. It's not a paid sponsorship, but Yingling, if you're listening, we have the PA connection, baby. More I drink, the bigger the power tools I can use. That's just the way it works, folks. Whew. All right, time to get that platform in here. Yep. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be real fun. Oh yeah, dog. There she is. Sunlight's not great, but I mean, with the overhang, but yeah, that gives me much more room in there. That's gonna be nice. That is going to be nice. Oh, I like it already. Now we're up to, that's where those go, so we can mark this guy right here. That's where that's gonna come out. We'll just take this little corner bracket out. All right, so we just gotta chop that bad boy off. Hey-o. All right, now we just need to put this corner brace back in. Nothing fancy. Just gonna put it right like that. Strengthen that up. I tried it without the corner brace. It does not work well. So we'll just eyeball this in there. This gives it so much more strength. All right, sturdy as could be. There's our extension. Zip out of the way. So before, when I'd have to push the cushions back and they'd go up the back window and I had a hard time seeing out. With this system, I can fold this all the way back. I don't have to worry about it hitting the tailgate and putting strain on the hinges or anything like that. So much better all around setup, I think. With it like this, so the last thing we have to do for the platform is we got to redo our drawer, and then the bed platform is ready to camp. If you look back on the original walkthrough that I did and look at that white box and how much space was around it compared to how much space is there now, like that's a huge difference of amount of space that's inside of here. So it's going to be a lot better for me to function on the inside of this. And I still think with that mattress, like I don't think it's given up that much. I think I'm gaining all the way around. I don't see a lot of cons with what I'm doing. I only see pros, which is kind of cool. So let's get that drawer over here and figure out what we got to do with that bad boy. All right, time to start taking this drawer apart. It's got a little bit of both pocket screws and regular screws into it. And we got a whole bunch of screws down here on the bottom. All right, so this piece doesn't get cut at all. The one side piece. And then where it gets tricky is, tricky. So I want it to be 25 and an eighth. Whoop, that's 25 and a quarter, Scott. Really, 25 and an eighth. So I measure 25 and an eighth. And then the bottom will come off at the same. And then this piece, however, needs to be 3/4 of an inch shorter, because you'll notice right here that this one screws in there and it goes against the face here, so just to make the drawer a little sturdier. So I'll have to do the same thing when I cut it. It's not ideal, but it'll work. I just got a sliver in my finger. That's perfect. It's not coming out. Perfect. There we go. Just manual labor bullshit. All right, we just got to cut this bad boy. All right, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go now. put this one right down here on the ground right now. You're not gonna be able to see what I'm doing right now, but that's okay. You just sit down and look pretty. And then this one. In theory, it's pretty close. I wouldn't call it perfect. I wouldn't call it anything that I'm concerned about. We're just gonna screw her right back together. And it's just gonna be the way she is. Perfect. Well, we'll see if she fits. Oh, dog. My handle's not in the center anymore, but she still works. I mean, come on now. Come on now. Look at that. Yeah. That's the old bed platform. All right, now we just got to load her up with all of our stuff. I mean, we lost 4 inches. Not everything's going to fit in here the way she did. That's for shizzle. So we're probably going to have to definitely find some new storage solution. We'll at least get the basics in, and then we can go from there. All right, pretty good. Just need to put our extension cord in there when we're all done. I got some serious splinters going on. Sheetrock screws, getting metal splinters from the sheetrock screws, cheap China screws. All right. Time to start looking at building this back cabinet. What I'm thinking is it's probably going to come out to about here in basically the same height as the bed platform here. There's a drawer that'll come out underneath here, and then it'll come up to the side and come over this way, and then this part will just be empty space. So I could reach in here and get to this cubby still, and then the CPAP machine will sit here, and then with this shelf going out this way, I can use all these outlets and power ports to put like my cell phone and batteries and stuff to charge, so that I don't have cables going everywhere. So that's my thought process. So I guess we just need to figure out what size we want to build this boy. It's not going to be the easiest thing in the world to build for sure. So anyway, I'm going to get some measurements, and then we'll start chopping some wood down. All right, I realized on my build video that my camera died halfway through building the cabinet. So I'm just going to give a quick overview of what I did. So basically, this cabinet is just a side piece with 2 shelves on it. And then you'll notice in the back that there is a piece back here. So on the cabinet itself, you'll see that I have some cleats installed right here. The back side goes up against this back to keep the cabinet from moving around. So it just simply plops into place. Sits in there. Everything's a nice friction fit. Again, with the whole intent of the design is that it's modular and I can just pull stuff out, and within 15-20 minutes I can take everything out of here and have my truck back to use as a truck. The drawer is just simple construction, and it just slides in, and there's a little lip on the top, so anything that I put onto this middle shelf right here doesn't slide out during transit, and it just pulls out and I can store stuff in there. So pretty simple. It allows me access to the cubby underneath, and then I got access to all of my power outlets right there, and those power outlets are just plugged right into the battery bank, so everything's there. So that's the little cabinet on the end, and you can see the little lip that's underneath there. So I hope you enjoyed the little montage of the truck camper 2.0 build. After my first night of using it, I can tell you it was really nice. It's nice to have that extra space in the aisleway. It's going to take a little bit to get used to the smaller bed. It has, you know, that 4.5 inches less of width when I was rolling around a little bit, tossing and turning a little bit last night. Banged up against the side a couple times, and just got to get used to it. I'm used to having the full twin, so that'll take a little bit of getting used to, but overall I'm really happy. The mattress is so much better. It's unbelievably comfortable. My favorite part of the new build. It slides in without taking everything apart. Wow. So I hope you enjoyed following along on the upgrades that we made in this video. There's quite a few more that are in the works that are going to be coming that we'll have videos on. So stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any updates. And until next time, keep it real.